Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Pizza Hut in the 90s. Specifically, the X-Men promotion that they did, where you could get VHS tapes and 4 collector's edition comics. So if you were a kid in the 90s, you remember these, and it was an incredible time to be alive. So let's go to the table and check out this collection. All right, so when you went to a Pizza Hut in the 90s, when they were running this X-Men promotion, of course, I think it was 1993, I want to say, you could get one of 4 comics. I want to say they're pretty cheap. I think $1.50 maybe. Anyways, the first one featured, let's just get these out of frame. First one featured Rogue and Gambit, and they fought the Sentinels in this issue. And they had the covers were this really cool fold out. I thought the art in these were pretty solid. I forget who the artist was. We'll have to take a look on the inside. So yeah, the cover had that nice fold out. Oops. Oh, well, I might as well show this off. And then the inside was also a fold out. So it was a double-sided poster. All right, so the date on here is 1993. So I just thought this was pretty cool. So the penciler is Andrew Wildman, and then Scott Lobdell was writing. But the issues they're not bad, actually. The first one is a Danger Room session gone awry. So the Sentinels attack Rogue and Gambit. There's a cool background from Days of Futures Past on that one. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's, a little short issue. Nothing super long, but that was a solid one. This is probably one of my favorites as a kid. Let's see. The second issue featured Wolverine and Jubilee, and they were taking on Sauron and Sabretooth. So let's take a look at this fold-out cover. And they're in the Savage Land. So you're also getting an appearance from Kazar, and I always forget his tiger's name. But that's a nice, I think it's like the Blackbird. There's Jubilee and Wolverine fighting Sauron. There's Sabretooth getting attacked by a legit Sabretooth. And then the inside poster was Wolverine and Jubilee, of course. So that was pretty cool. Jubilee does look a bit chunky in the face there for some reason. But the writer is Scott Lobdell on this one, but the penciler changed to John Herbert. So not a bad little issue. All those classic Jim Lee costumes are in there. This is like obviously the height of the X-Men animated series popularity, so and that Jim Lee art in the late 80s, early 90s really cemented itself as everyone's favorite costumes for the X-Men. Issue 3 saw Storm and Beast taking on Magneto on Muir Island. So nice appearance there by Moira also. There she is. Let's fold this out. So I really do like these covers. And then, of course, the insides, there's Storm and Beast. So the writer, again, Scott Lobdell, but this time the penciler is Jim Craig. And honestly, I think the pencilers do a really good job of maintaining a streamlined look. So if only keen-eyed observers, I think, would know that there was a different artist on each book. I think as a kid, you probably didn't even notice. I didn't as a kid. You know, I've only gotten into the credits of comics as an adult and actually started caring about who the creators were. As a kid, you just read them and they're X-Men, so you're excited to have them. And then this was actually one of my favorites also as a kid because I really loved Bishop. I still do. Bishop is an awesome character. So it's Bishop and Cyclops, and it says versus the X-Men. But, of course, for anyone who has read that issue, you know that it's actually Arcade is the villain. And this fold out in the middle has Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Bishop. So Jean Grey's got that Cerebro helmet on. So this one, of course, Scott Lobdell, and then Mike Harris on pencils. So they go into this cyberspace area. So we've got Cyclops and Bishop teaming up against Arcade and his cyberspace versions of the X-Men. So those are the comics, but you could also, if your parents were really cool, they'd buy you these VHS tapes. So here is the first one, the Creator's Choice. The first one is Night of the Sentinels. I like the sheen to them, you know, the glossy X and then the gold print embossing or whatever, the sides. I like the comic box panel there. So, pretty cool. And then each of these came wrapped in plastic, and they had a card with one of those little glue tabs stuck to it. So some nice Bill Sienkiewicz artwork. The X on the front and the back are a nice gold, shiny gold. So, I mean, that is some classic Bill Sienkiewicz art. You gotta love it. He's one of the greats. And then it came with these little tiny comics. So these were itty bitty things. It was just a little 2-part story. Now the middle of these comics, there's a fold-out poster, which is this. It's just that piece of art in a fold-out poster. So, not very long. To be honest, not a bad little issue. I mean, you know, it's not super cheesy, but that, of course, is written by Scott Lobdell. And then the penciler for this one is Alex Saviuk. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that name, but, you know, not bad. So that is the first VHS. And then the second VHS, Creator's Choice number 2. This is another 2-part episode. Oh, why are you stuck in here? There we go. So this one was Enter Magneto and Deadly Reunions, which is the third and fourth episode of the animated series. So volume 2 has silver instead of gold. And of course, it came with a card glue dotted onto the cover, which this one kind of took off some of the box color, but you know, oh well. So yeah, then the card is the same way. It's got a silver shine to the X instead of gold. And here is the comic for this VHS tape. So you've still got Scott Lobdell, but this time Ron Lim is the penciler, which is really cool. Ron Lim is a great artist. And then this fold-out poster is just the piece of art that's on that card. So yeah, nice little mini issue involving Sinister. So I always thought, you know, it was kind of neat. They got Sinister in that story since he wasn't in any of these issues. So there you have it. That is the the main things you could get at Pizza Hut in the 90s as a kid. Now, there was also some other goodies that I don't have and I wish I did. I'm going to try to track some down on eBay, but there were collector cups, little kid-size collector cups, and I think there were 4 also, and I think they were themed after these individual comics. So I think the one I remember having was the Storm and Beast, but I do remember seeing a Rogue and Gambit for sure. I'm pretty sure they had 2 more. And then, of course, if you got your kids' meal, it was a personal pan pizza, and that box had, you know, an X-Men theme to it. And the placemats had X-Men on it, and there was even like a little mailer coupon book, and that had X-Men on it. And not only did it have the coupons in it, but it had the history of the X-Men. So it'd be cool to pick up those on eBay. I'm going to try to hunt those down. So yeah, that's the collection I have so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, guys, that does it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this look back, this blast to the past, the nostalgic 90s. You gotta love VHSs. Now I just gotta hunt down a VCR to watch these. That might take some doing. All right, you guys have a great day. See ya.